Breaking news tonight out of Texas. A state known for its resilience but now facing an unprecedented crisis. Torrential rains have triggered catastrophic flooding, leaving entire neighborhoods underwater. Homes, businesses, and entire communities are submerged, grappling with the relentless power of nature. Helicopters sweep overhead, a lifeline in the sky. Rescue boats maneuver through city streets now transformed into treacherous rivers, and thousands of families are suddenly stranded, their lives upended in what looks like a scene ripped straight from a disaster movie. The reality, however, is far more terrifying. How did this happen so fast? What factors contributed to this devastation? And what's next for the Lone Star State as it faces this monumental challenge? Over the last few days, Texas has been pummeled by an unprecedented deluge, a relentless assault of rain that has pushed the state to its breaking point. Picture this: cities like Houston, a sprawling metropolis, Dallas, a hub of commerce and culture, and Austin, the state capital, slammed by as much as 15 inches of rain in less than 72 hours. An amount that would typically fall over months, not days. The result? Flash floods swallow highways, turning them into raging rivers, roads buckle and collapse, infrastructure crumbles under the immense pressure of the water, and forced evacuations sweep entire neighborhoods, displacing thousands and leaving communities in disarray. On the map, the heart of Texas glows an ominous red, every dot a community in distress, a stark reminder of the widespread devastation. On the ground, the stories are even more harrowing, tales of loss, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of the Texan people. I've watched as families wade through waist-deep water, their faces etched with exhaustion and despair, dragging what little they could save from their submerged homes. Submerged cars litter the streets, ghostly reminders of lives interrupted, and once safe homes are now islands surrounded by swirling brown currents, their foundations threatened, their futures uncertain. Emergency crews, exhausted but relentless, are working around the clock, battling the rising waters and the ticking clock to rescue those in need. Despite their heroic efforts, the death toll stands at 7 so far, a tragic number that underscores the severity of this disaster, with dozens still unaccounted for, their families anxiously awaiting news, hoping against hope for a miracle. Shelters are filling up, overflowing with displaced families as people cling to hope, finding solace in shared experiences, and strangers become lifelines, offering comfort and support in a time of profound need. But what turned a summer rain into a historic disaster of this magnitude? What confluence of factors led to this catastrophe? Meteorologists point to a stalled storm system, a slow-moving behemoth parked right over Texas, refusing to budge, relentlessly pulling moisture from the warm Gulf waters, like a giant sponge soaking up the sea and squeezing it out over the state. It's not just bad luck. Experts say climate change is making these storms more intense, more frequent, and ultimately, more unpredictable, pushing our infrastructure and emergency response systems to their limits. And as Texas grows at an exponential rate, rapid urbanization means less green space to absorb rain, replacing natural drainage systems with concrete jungles, funneling even more water straight into streets and homes. The response has been urgent, with resources mobilized and personnel deployed. But the scale of the disaster is truly daunting, testing the limits of even the most prepared agencies. The governor has declared emergencies in 18 counties, unlocking state resources and paving the way for federal assistance. FEMA workers are pouring in, bringing much-needed expertise and equipment, and local officials are urging caution and calm, trying to maintain order amidst the chaos. But on social media, it's chaos. Feeds fill with desperate calls for help, pleas for rescue, and heartbreaking images of lives turned upside down. Viral videos show rivers where roads once were, cars floating like toys, and homes submerged to their rooftops, painting a stark picture of the devastation. And Texans share their fear, their frustration, but also their unwavering resilience in real time, offering support, sharing resources, and demonstrating the true spirit of community. Looking ahead, the forecast is grim, with little respite in sight. More rain is on the way, threatening to exacerbate the already dire situation, and relief agencies are bracing for what could be a relentless week of rescues, evacuations, and recovery efforts. Volunteers are stepping up in droves, distributing food to those who have lost everything, water, a precious commodity in a crisis, and blankets, offering warmth and comfort to those who have been left out in the cold. But the warnings are clear. We could be at the start of a brutal storm season, with the potential for more devastating weather events on the horizon. With the climate shifting and weather patterns becoming increasingly erratic, Events like this may become the new normal, demanding a fundamental shift in how we prepare for and respond to natural disasters. If you're in Texas or anywhere in a flood zone, please stay safe, heed the warnings, and take every precaution to protect yourself and your loved ones. Avoid travel unless absolutely necessary, and always follow local evacuation orders, knowing that your safety and the safety of first responders depends on it. This is a rapidly changing situation, and staying informed through official channels can save lives, providing you with the information you need to make critical decisions. For more updates on global disasters, in-depth analysis, and the stories behind the headlines, hit that subscribe button and join our community of informed citizens. I'll be keeping you posted on this developing situation as it unfolds. Stay safe, stay informed, and above all, take care of each other. The road to recovery will be long, but together, we can weather any storm.